The City of Richmond is helping seniors prepare for winter with free energy-saving supplies. The Department of Public Utilities is distributing free weatherization kits in a final session for the season tomorrow to residents age 65 and older. Each kit includes insulating weather stripping, draft-stopping outlet covers, and an energy-efficient light bulb. These simple items can help residents reduce drafts in the home and lower heating costs during the colder months. Tomorrow, seniors can get these kits at the Brook Hill Azalea Shopping Center on Chamberlain Road from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. These kits will be available on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. The city says the program is part of its mission to help residents stay comfortable and reduce energy usage at home. One family in Petersburg is questioning a hospital's discharge procedures after a 74-year-old family member with dementia was released without family notification and went missing on Halloween night. Nancy Johnson tells CBS 6 investigative reporter Tyler Lane that she took her father, Robert, to Bon Secours Southside Medical Center for treatment of chest pains. While she was away for a couple of hours arranging for childcare, the hospital discharged her father without notification. He has dementia and needed family assistance in order to get home safely.
Anyone at the hospital, why did you discharge him?
Yes, I did.
What did they say?
Only thing the reception said, I'm not the nurse, so can I get the nurse?
Did you ever get any answers?
Never get no answers.
Petersburg police did issue a missing persons alert. The family located Robert on the side of a road with a head injury after they say he had fallen. He was treated at 2 other hospitals for bleeding near his brain. Tyler contacted Bon Secours, which says it cannot discuss specific patient cases due to privacy concerns. If you have a story for Tyler, you can reach out to him directly by calling the number there on your screen, 804-254-3647, or by emailing him at tyler.lane@wtvr.com, and he'll help give you a voice. The Richmond School Board has approved a revised collective bargaining resolution despite strong opposition from educators who packed a meeting room last night. Our Brendan King has more on that narrow vote and the reaction from educators.
This is the agreement. It's 17 pages long. It's called the Collective Bargaining Resolution. It includes language like employee working conditions or a student's learning conditions to ensure schools are safe for everyone. However, reading the agreement, it still received mixed reactions from some of the educators. Listen to this.
We compromised and we agreed on what's before you tonight. Anybody that's telling you otherwise was not in the room.
The resulting document still does not accurately reflect union voices, especially considering that we never expected to get everything we asked for.
As Joy Foltz reports at a packed school board meeting Tuesday night, while there were some that were okay with this revised agreement, many of the educators that took to the mic before the vote expressed their disapproval for the resolution on the table, asking for the vote to be deferred again, wanting more transparency, along with a more streamlined grievance policy and stronger language regarding how many items union reps could negotiate in a contract.
I listened tonight. I've read my emails. Now I think everyone has well intentions, but we have not reached consensus.
I don't believe that this document represents some of the sentiment that was put forth this evening. I think when it comes to specifics, I think this accomplishes what we needed to accomplish.
Again, the vote by the Richmond School Board here at City Hall was very close. We're talking 5-4. You can find this entire document, the entire collective bargaining resolution, on our website, WTVR.com. In Richmond, I'm Brendan King, CBS 6 News.
Changing gears, one of Central Virginia's favorite winter holiday traditions is back at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. The Dominion Energy Garden Fest of Lights opens to the public this Monday, November 17th, and will run through January 4th. This year's theme is the elements, with millions of lights creating displays inspired by fire, earth, air, water, and love. The garden was voted the best botanical garden holiday lights in both 2023 and 2024 by USA Today, and is nominated again for the honor this year. New this year are adult-friendly nights, November 20th and 21st, for visitors age 18 and older. Garden Fest guests can also book professional holiday photo sessions on select nights. The event features familiar favorites including model trains, a warming fire for s'mores, and a 25-foot live tree. Special performances include the Nutcracker by Concert Ballet of Virginia and various musical ensembles throughout the season. People who have a membership to Ginter Botanical Garden will be able to see the light display starting tomorrow. Santa Claus is coming to town. It's his annual trip down Broad Street for the Dominion Energy Christmas Parade. This year's theme is spreading Christmas joy, and the newly announced Grand Marshal this year is Clifford, the big red dog. Clifford will lead the parade down a new extended route this year, starting at the Science Museum of Virginia, then traveling east down Broad Street to 10th Street, where it will pass by the Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU, helping create a magical experience for patients, families, and staff there. The parade will also feature all your favorite giant balloons, floats, marching bands, dance groups, and more, all leading up to the arrival of the one and only legendary Santa. All the fun starts at 10:15 on Saturday morning, December 6th, and you'll also be able to watch the parade here on CBS 6 with live coverage beginning at 10 a.m. The final penny is being minted by the U.S. government today. Just ahead, we'll take a look at the impact that the loss of this 1-cent coin is already having on merchants and customers. That's all new next here at noon.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. How costly was this government shutdown, the longest in American history? We add up the numbers next.
You're watching CBS 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
The White House is accusing Democrats of selectively leaking emails from disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein to, quote, create a fake narrative to smear President Trump. Epstein wrote in a 2011 email that Trump had spent hours at Epstein's house with a victim of sex trafficking, and said in a separate message years later that Trump, quote, knew about the girls. The emails made public by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee today add to the questions about Trump's friendship with Epstein and about any knowledge he may have had in what prosecutors call a years-long effort by Epstein to exploit underage girls. The Republican president denies any knowledge of Epstein's alleged crimes. The House of Representatives is expected to vote as early as this evening on legislation to reopen the government and end the longest shutdown in American history. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George reports on the cost of over 40 days of government inaction and how it's been to the country and to our economy.
The deal to reopen the federal government only funds the government through the end of January, which means, yes, in a few short weeks, we could once again be talking about the threat of a government shutdown. But the fall 2025 shutdown will go down in history, not just for its length, but for its cost. From confusion over food assistance and long lines at food banks.
We don't have the money to buy something that we would want.
To travel headaches at airports.
Ridiculous that I feel like everybody's being held hostage.
To federal workers going without pay.
I'm nervous for my fellow employees. I'm nervous that their funds are running out.
The 2025 government shutdown has been historic.
It will be the most expensive shutdown in history.
Wendy Edelberg knows something about shutdowns. She helped calculate the cost of the 2018-2019 shutdown when she worked at the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office as chief economist. She's tracking the impacts of this shutdown, too, which is estimated to cost the economy anywhere between $10 to $15 billion.
The part that we never get back is the work that these federal workers should have been doing if they had been on the job.
Edelberg says when federal workers receive their back pay, SNAP food assistance benefits are paid, airports return to normal, and the federal government begins buying again, the economy should rebound in the weeks to come. However, she fears the impacts of this shutdown may linger because of a demoralized federal workforce.
If you have basically kneecapped the federal workforce, then you can see, a less productive federal government going forward.
There has also been a political cost to this shutdown. On October 1st, the approval rating for Congress was 28%, according to Real Clear Politics polling average. As of November 10th, it has dropped to 18%. That could affect politics in next year's midterms. And then there are the healthcare impacts from this shutdown not yielding any health insurance policy changes. Expiring Affordable Care Act subsidies at the end of this year are projected to result in 4.2 million Americans dropping coverage because premium costs are too high. KFF, a healthcare policy group, estimates that Obamacare insurers are raising premiums 26% on average. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
New at noon, after 238 years, the U.S. is minting its final penny today. Earlier this year, President Trump announced that he ordered the nation to stop making the 1-cent coin, saying that each one cost nearly 4 cents to create. Other coins, including the nickel, dime, and quarter, will remain in production. Although the penny already seems obsolete to some consumers, its removal is already causing problems for some merchants who will now have to round prices up or down. Dropping the penny will create a greater need for nickels, which are actually a more expensive coin to mint at almost 14 cents apiece.
All right, let's take a look at the data for today. The average is 62, so we'll be a lot closer to that today. 79 the record. Sun sets now at 5:01. We'll have some warmer temperatures to talk about coming up.
Now, from CBS 6, the Weather Authority, meteorologist Tom Patton.
All right, good Wednesday afternoon. We've got a lot of November sunshine, kind of bright sunshine still. Warming up today, still a little bit windy. You can see the flag blowing around a bit behind me. Overnight last night, not quite as cold. We dropped into the upper 30s, so the chill was kind of off a little bit this morning, though it's been a little bit on the breezy side. And temperatures right now, we're looking at the 50s, about 57 here in town, 56 down in Petersburg. And as